Welcome, VOD watchers. You aren't VOD watchers, but if you are, God have you here. The headphones are only the inner part of the headphone too, which is the annoying part. Well, like the outside, I could get myself to replace it because it's the inside. I feel like I can't. There we go. And how's my sound? Right? Is the microphone? The microphone is being picked up. But oh, that's what's happening. Okay. So that should be copied. Grab that down there. Okay. Changed. In BA. Should have added a bit. There we go. Copy. Go. That's one. Then over here. Copy. Go. That's two. Perfection. I'm so close. I almost have enough lunacy. I just need a little bit more, and I'll have enough. Amia's announcer pack? Is Amia's announcer not a... Yeah! Nope. No one is here. I thought I heard the alarm, the sound effect that signifies someone's here. Amia isn't in the event shop? Huh. I fully thought she was. Well, I mean... 2,500 paid lunacy. And how much is the lunacy for that? Yeah, 2,500 paid lunacy. This is not enough. I have 26 paid. It'd be $23. Do I want to do it? Kinda want to do it. I want Amia. Does she drop fire from here as well? In the extraction. Yithang. Announcer. Amia can only be gotten via buying it? Oh, that's... That feels scummy. Kos! Welcome! I have found something out while looking around. The only way to get the Amia announcer is to pay real money with this pack. That's the only way to get her. And I am considering it. Very, very slowly. Because I'm so close to being able to get another 10 roll. And if I get the 2 10 rolls from the Amia announcer pack, that'll be 390. That's almost enough to get another 10 pull and have 2 guaranteed egos. The temptation. The temptation is so there is all there. Anything I can do for it? Let me check some stuff. I know some events had hard modes. Is there a hard mode on this? Or there's not. There's no hard mode on Hell's Chicken that I can do. See? No hard mode. What about Air Call 20? There is a hard mode. And I haven't done it. This shouldn't take too long. Give me the lunacy. I remember this event still. I don't need the introductions. Just give lunacy. Give. That's 40 lunacy. That's a 10 pull. That's enough for extraction. Give me. Please. I pray to you, Gacha Gods. If you want me... Okay. The Gacha Gods always demand something in exchange for this. If you give me an ego right here, I will play either Library of Runia or Lobotomy Corporation without any mods and beat them off stream. I have used the mod both times I beat both of those in order to fix up the games. But if you will accept my suffering and give me an ego, I'll do it. I have given a devil's deal. Will they accept it? Signs point to no. Signs point to no. God damn it. The worst possible roll. A single 2-star, all regular identities. Damn it, game. You're so damn close. So close. Please. Into that period. Is it over? They cannot be changed back for using this strategy. Probabilities. What is the chance? The chance for ego, all rarity, is 1.3. I've gotten 1 ego in total. Oh, no, we did 10 extractants. It still is 1.3. But, odds 0.2. Should I just spend it now to get one of them? I haven't spent it before because I didn't want to. Actually, can you get ego dupes? Wait, okay. I'll trust the coast. The coast is always trustful. Did I do spring cultivation on hard mode? There is no hard mode for it. Give me. Give me more. Give me the lunacy. Because there's the 40 for each stage. Yeah, I have until the event ends. But, so, Kos, were you there when I asked the dwarf if where I had gotten had been far enough to avoid any spoilers on the subreddit? Were you there when I asked the dwarf that? The dwarf was wrong, yes. There was still a massive spoiler. There is a final boss for the event. And I did not know it was there. And now I do. Yep. Which I'm kind of sad about. I'm not going to spoil it for you, because I'm not going to do that. Die. God, this music is holy. This music is so just not even disgustingly cheery. It's weirdly cheery. It doesn't really... I guess it is Christmas music, but still. Come on. Gib. Die. Gib. Give me your lunacy. I demand it. It is the tribute that I deserve. Die. All of you die. You are getting in my way from getting more egos. That is not allowed. Come on. Oh yes, also Kos, good news! I have hit max level of Fisher in Final Fantasy XIV. I have hit the max level possible without buying the game. Yeah, because I'm using the free trial still. Oh no, Coast, there's achievements. There's fishing achievements. And I have not finished the gathering ones either. There is still more fishing. I'm just not going for the ocean fishing now because that was the most efficient way to level up. And it happened every 2 hours, so I had to be online. But it'll be a quieter devotion to getting all the fishing. Come on. Dawn, kill them all, please. What's there? That is overkill. Yep, didn't even take 2 coins. Why are there more? Please die. This is not why I did this. All of you die. Give me my lunacy. Thank you, Dawn. That's exactly what I want. Come on. Come on, Dawn. Yes. Yes. One more. Pizza, finish him off. Thank you, Pizza. Perfection. There we go. Give me the lunacy. Gib. Ethan, I do not care what you have to say right now. I've gone through this event before. How much do I have? How much do I have? Here. I have enough for that. 156. I need a... I just need to clear this stage. And I have enough for another 10 pull. Just this stage and everything is success. Just need to clear this stage. Come on. Come on. Die. Die. Coast, don't you dare put that curse upon me. Don't you dare put a curse upon me for my next 10 pulls. I have had curses for the last, like... Actually... No. Keep putting curses on me. Keep putting curses on me. It might hit... I'm not sure if curses work this way, but they might hit an integer overflow. And just so many curses stacked on top of me that it turns into a blessing. Because apparently I've had terrible luck, so it can't get worse. I've already gone down into the ditch. There's nowhere to go but up. Yes. Yes. More curses. More curses. Yes. The more luck extracted from me, the more can go to my rolls. Gib. As always, Malfaust killing everything in existence. 2, 3. Come on. Come on. And die. All of you die. Gib. Yes. Yes, continue cursing me. It might overflow. I desire the overflow. More curses than exist than can withstand existence. That they become a blessing. Anger mine, you got nothing on this. Die. Yes. Die. Not dead. Kill. Sinclair, kill. Yes. They all dead? They're all dead. That's enough lunacy. That is enough lunacy for 10 pull. Yes. Gib. Fine, I'll roll on Hong loose. I don't care. Gib. Please, game. Please. Nothing. Fuck you, game. Fuck you. Absolutely nothing. I guess we need to get just... I guess that's enough for Halls. God damn it. Rebellion de las Masas. Pilgrimage of Compassion. Let's meet the doctor. Rhodes Island. LC-PC-12. What is the... What do you need for this ego? Wrath, Gloom, Pride, Envy. Wrath, Gloom, Pride, Envy. You were in there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, why are they all up by 4? Am I in easy mode? Did I go to easy mode? I did! Go back to hard mode. There we go. There we go. Sinclair. No, you have Wrath. You have easy Wrath. Also Sinclair. Then Arcor, Heckwad, Blade Lineage, Edgar Family Chief Butler, and Sway. Oh, we're just going right into the doctor? Okay. This is the doctor, researcher at Rhode Island. At Rhodes Island. Nice to meet you? When I, after everything we went through, find the chance to meet the doctor of Rhodes Island, I realized that I'd been building a vastly different image of them in my head based on the name alone. I was thinking they were going to be someone like Yi Sang, Faust, or Honenheim from the LCE. But the first impression of them was similar to what I felt when I met a K-Corp employee. Run down, overworked, and not enjoying themselves? Now, what voice to use for the doctor? Also, I do like... Oh, that is... Oops. Did not mean to do that. The clock just ticked. And this is Dante, a manager at Limbus Company. Speaking right now, just now was nice to meet you. Okay. Thanks for accompanying Amiya. Honestly, I was pretty worried when we were separated at the border. I should thank you and Amiya, actually. We've been a real picker without her, so... Amiya? Translate? It's a bit embarrassing to repeat that myself. Dante says that we've been in a real pickle without Miss Amiya. Sorry, Manager Bud can't talk human, so don't worry about it. We'll take over the translation. It is incorrect to state that a manager cannot talk human. A more accurate assessment would state that the manager is incapable of accessing sonic means of communication, which includes verbal communication. However, they are able to produce repetition of multiple sounds that may register on a similar scale to the ticking of multiple hands. Second hands, minute hands, the clock. Okay, this feels kinda out of character for Merceau. Why is he... He's very much jumping to defend Dante. Just the instant someone insulted him. Huh. Merceau's... in the past, in this event, in the previous one, Merceau's been acting a lot more on his own and how to do it. Like, just this and the professional rage baiting back in Jishun's training. Merceau was just rage baiting people, and it was incredible. I don't know. Something about the way Merceau put it sounds worse. Do not worry. It is not a difficult task when only a single individual has to be translated. Doctor, let us move on to the next steps of the plan. Next steps? Thanks to the Limbus Company's efforts, we obtained the exact coordinates of the vessel Masas and managed to capture the decks with ease. However, Fabius, who is suspected to be a bishop of the deep, and his followers have barricaded themselves inside the privileged control room. While it may seem as though they're hiding, I believe they're trying to bait us. Marcel Sorkbrick is all about the MC being judged for doing different, to the point that dramatic criminal trial serves as a sort of crime act. He's found guilty not because of the crime he did, because he's not the same as everyone else. Yep. As in, they're waiting to enter the bridge before summoning reinforcements from elsewhere to travel in a pincer attack. Something like that. The elsewhere is most likely to be just sea, so the reinforcements are probably more sea terrors. Fabius is seaborne, and the ocean will answer to the call of their kind. Olympus Company and Irene will head to the bridge and neutralize Fabius. Amy and I will accompany to provide support and identify the situation within the bridge. In the meantime, Calcit and the other operators remain on standby on the ship's exterior at the pre-designated locations. I'd like to avoid getting surrounded by the sea terrors before we manage to take down the Church of the Deep within the bridge. I observed several entry points straight to the bridge while we were working on repairing the vessel. Your force doesn't seem numerous enough to close off all of them. It's true that there are many entry points here. We don't need forces guarding every single one of them. Especially here, the hallway is narrow, long, and straight, so... Makes sense to me. About here, are you sure not overly focusing your forces to a single checkpoint? Let's see. On a closer look... this is great. Just Otis and the Doctor trading strategy. Look like Commanding Officer Otis has found their environment. Got any questions, Manager Bud? I have no idea what they're talking about, if I'm being honest. Yeah, Dante is like a lot less a strategic strategist and more a group tactics strategist. Him and the Doctor have different specialties in what they do. Really? I saw you commanding the sinners earlier. You seemed pretty adept at giving orders and making strategic decisions. Indeed. They seem quite adept at making on-the-spot strategic commands and identifying exploitable weaknesses and patterns in their enemies. However, the Doctor and the Outsider are operating on fundamentally different fields. No further elaboration is necessary. The Moon Kindred. Agreed. That particular access to the strategy is not one of Manager Dante's obligations. Even if there's a chance for them to engage in such elements, it may be too early to do so. Is that so? It is. At least that's what Faust has judged. He's just looking at them like, oh no. Oi. I'm not... Oh, y'all seen this too, right? There's two of them. What are they on about? I was about to ask that myself. I don't know. I have no idea. Yep. Small unit command versus strategic command. Different fields. Having finished her discussion with the Doctor over the plan, Otis returned wearing a grim look. Huh? Is there something wrong with the plan? No. There wasn't anything wrong with the plan. I expected a certain degree of competency, but they were impressive, far beyond my expectations. But really? That good, huh? Even when I think back to my days when in the line of duty, I can't think of too many like them. Right, so dependable. Good enough for me. If your strategizing's done, let's get cracking. What of you, Miss Mayers? If it is too much to face what awaits, then you need not follow us. I decided to stay here anyway. The Doctor's gonna update you real time on when the safe zones are where the safe zones are, so please keep that communicator close to you. I will. She's still so suspicious. Hey, if Gramps... Oh, is there something you'd like for us to do? No, it's nothing. If there's something you want to tell him, contact us through the communicator anytime. We're going to find a way to resolve this as peacefully as we can, but if negotiations break down... Yeah, I know what you mean, Doctor. Be safe, everyone. Leaving Mayers behind with her unfinished sentence. We followed the Rhodes Island team into the bridge. There it is! Right there. The dimensional door. The bridge was as gaudily decorated as ever. Fabius, flanked by hooded followers and sea terrors, greeted us with a kindly smile. Welcome! Forsooth! I truly didn't appreciate that kindness. Wherefore did thou seek to harm us? Your suspicions are clearly justified, but I implore you to think back. If you truly believed that we had sought to harm you, then how would you explain that one peaceful night you had spent in Fara Moeta? We have never wished you any harm. We did not then, and we do not now. Not even the day after you folks stabbed us in the back like coward, and you want us to believe that. Our wish has always been the same. We only wish to extend the freedom to roam the seas to those with capable, kind-hearted souls. Mate, we know you're just trying to turn us into sea monsters of some kind. Monsters are only a name. The essence of its being changes not regardless of the label given to it. Become one with the sea, become one with the endless cycle of life, and one day, your misunderstandings will end, and you will come to understand us. Oh, the music cuts out, and the doctor comes to speak. Looks like this fight between us is gonna be unavoidable. I pulled out the identity cards the moment I saw Fabius raising his hands. The doctors seemed to have finished their preparations as well, and they and Amia stood opposite Fabius. Oh, bot! Stratcher 5! Account created 7 years ago! Huh, that's an oldie. Ban. Incoming! Get ready, everyone! Let's stop them here for good, no matter how long it takes. Their strategic formation prioritized reducing sacrifices to the absolute minimum. Their commands sought to protect, sought to defend, and their forces were quick to follow them. Rhodes Island's operation was certainly impressive, but that's not exactly our style. All I can do is put my faith in the sinners and push them onward. Our style is... trust me to bring you back, no matter how many times they cut you down. Let's wipe them out. Exact opposites. Overwhelming offense with no care for losses, and a defense that reduces everything. Let's kill. Devouring. Kill. Hey, we don't need to worry about the Nether Sea brand because we can get rid of it pretty easily. Just need to adjust one sinner's targeting priorities. And that's it. Okay, that was a weird question to be asked. What's your favorite Slurpee flavor? I have no idea. I've never been asked that before. I don't think I've had a Slurpee in like a year, more probably. I'm just kind of shocked to be asked that. Oh, someone came in to ask me what my favorite Slurpee flavor was. What the hell was that up there? Oh, no, Sea brand. It was out of nowhere for me, too. I'm also confused. Die. Die. How much do we need? We need gluttony. Down. 1, 2, 3. And you die first. Gluttony. No. It shall be done. Be clean slice. Thank you. There we go. Going well. Kill them. Oh! Dawn's already in negative coin state. That's great. 1, 2. Both dead. Roja killed another sea founder, so we can trigger another sea brand and then disable it in the same turn. Steadfast poultice we can take care of. Good. There we go. Nether Sea brand is about to go active. This won't grab anything, so we just want to put it on you. Eat the cell injection. Eat. See, you don't need SP, so I won't put you on flashing duty. Roja also needs SP. That's not that many reliability. Keep this. Nether Sea Founder is about to die, and then I will take out the Nether Sea brand itself once it goes down. There we go. Nether Sea Founder dead. Magic Bullet Fire. Thank you, Otis. Oh no. Otis, no. God. Otis. The hell, Otis. That messes up like my entire game plan. Thanks, Otis. Because they get 2 coin power for being on Nether Sea brand. We're gonna need to. Do we have a skill 3 to use on them? We do. Skill 3. It is only a favor. Yeah, that plus 2 coin power is insane. So, take you out. Keep this. Oh, never mind. We have enough for representation emitter. That's going off first. That should die. This should die. Kill. Kill. This. Representation emitter wins. Boop, boop, boop. Nether Sea brand is about to be deactivated as well. Scissor of Life. Ooh. 1, 2. I'm a bit surprised Nervous Impairment still hasn't been procced in any of the fights I've done. Also, actually, when Nervous Impairment procs, you think it'll get rid of a stagger bar? One of those for me? Because if so, it could definitely be a strategy to them on purpose. There we go. Nether Sea brand disabled. We're almost at max SP for everyone. Faust. 1, 2. Close because it's pretty high. The Dawn, take this so you can get back up. Everyone else, just do this. You guys just take this one out. Because wave 2 is when the real fight starts. Because I doubt a Hand of the Saint will spawn in that wave. There we go. Thank you, Dawn. Because your skill 3 has been triggered, you will go back up 25 SP on the next one. And it's staggered. Perfect. Brilliant. Yi Sing, Psalm Lament. Stagger. Ishi, can you get it? You can get it. Good job. And now just a kill. One more. Dead. Next turn. Is almost everyone is ready. Need one more ND. We have this is an ND skill. So just use that there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use all my weakest skills on this dude. Get him out before the rest of them. Great sword. Appearance of Propriety. Almost down. Wait, what the heck? Why is the sea directly... No, that's clouds. That's clouds. Why is the boat moving? Why is the boat moving? I thought it wasn't supposed to be moving. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. Oh no. Dawn kill, thank you. Everyone is at max SP. We're ready for the next stage of the fight. Okay, there's another sea founder, and there's Magnus. We just, ooh, almost time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave these alone. Oh, actually, no. 2 attack power next turn is not allowed. On a beat, kill Swift Cultist. Thank you, Dawn. Arcana Beat. Oh, I can never predict if it's going to be an Arcana Beat or Arcana Slave. Because she gives different voice lines, depending on how much charge she has when she's using it. But I don't know what the number is. I can never tell based on how much she has left afterwards. There we go. Draw enough magic bullet. Ready. Win a greatsword. 1, 2. Another sea brand. Beat in the face. 1, 2. Bite. Camera goes off. Break through a shield, please. 1. Oh, damn it, Yisang. That's, yep, +2. It's time! In the name of love and justice, here comes a magical girl! I can't use it on Fabius, but it will hit everyone else. It's time. In the name of love and justice, here comes a magical girl. 1, 2, 3. Shield down. Take it, say. Taken out. Then a great sword. Thank you, Ishi. Stagger. Oh, it's staggered just in time for Arcana Slave to go off. This is good. There it is. The silly girly. Heed me, thou words deserve than just more crimson love, and they was buried in destiny. Strength us out to the light. Fight the hateful beings that stand before us. With strength for minds, we different power, love to all. Arcana Slave! This is minimum damage. It did 280 and killed almost all of them. The only thing still alive are a single cultist and another sea brand. Oh, never mind, I was wrong. Pity. Go. Die. Die. And then this has... How much will it have? 4! That's enough to hit all of them. So just 1 on this. Fine. There we go. Who's not... Oh, you're not taking. Stated faith. Enough damage, so when it procs, it kills. United Will loses against the might of Malfaust. Because Malfaust is simply obscene. Magic bullet fire. Boop boop boop. Ding. Only the other sea brand remains. Herbs and experiment. Impression beats it. Thank you. Thank you, Sinclair. 1, 2. Off at the stagger threshold. Come on. 1. Do. Nether Sea Brand down. You dedicate someone to activate Hand of the Saint next turn. There we go. You activate Hand of the Saint, so we don't have to deal with that. 1, 2. Something Bliss, United Will. beat, beat. Heal. Yeah, this is just a regular old Limbus fight. I'm still looking back fondly on that last night fight. That was fun. Just like have it alternating sinners. Some are active, some are not. You have to figure out which ones you can use flash. That was a really well done encounter. The manager requires orders. Bing, boom. Then respect the thumb. He's almost dead. And the Saint's active. The other C brand is gone. And now he's dead. Fluid sac, just for the damage. And one more there. Another kill. Gib the damage. This battle will conclude with victory. Perfect. Fabius is down. Doggo down. Success! Mission accomplished. Is that the sound that plays whenever you beat an Arknight level? They're pretty persistent. Fabius flees again, using sea terrors and his followers as meat shields. Wait, no. I see it now. It's not Fabius who's putting them in harm's way to save himself. The sea terrors and the cultists are throwing themselves in our way, entirely willing to sacrifice their lives to ensure that Fabius gets away. But for all that, the only place left for him to flee on the ship, wounded and cornered by the sinners in Irene's lamplight, was the decks. That's where Mayor is. Okay, how are we losing her? Kose's bet was, I think, Seaborn. What was Orin's bet again? I forgot Orin's bet. Was it Distortion? Or was it... Yes, I don't remember what it was. Was it Distortion? Was it just Dying? Collapsals? Don't remember which one of it with them it was. Nowhere left to run, Fabius. I understand you can't... Dude, I understand you can't help but continue to thrash and struggle to live. Even though there's no hope. But running only make your pain worse. That's different. Fabi didn't run to live. A voice echoes from under the dark sky. What? What? Wait. Ego? Where'd you get that clothing? Where'd she get that clothing? She was in rags last time we saw her. My luck is as terrible as always. Kose had a laugh about it. And, we met the doctor. We are currently at the point of resolving our bet. Of you and Kose's bet. What'd you bet on, Orin, again? Kose bet on the Seaborn killing mares. What was yours? Oh, yep, Orin's here, making YouTube visible. There you go. It's visible, Kose. Mares? Mares, appearing quite different from how she did a moment ago. She approaches Fabius slowly, her expression solemn and mournful. She looks down at him wordlessly. I told you that your methods won't win their understanding, Fabi. What a shame. I thought those with such wisdom and aptitude might. I hoped you would still be able to realize your ideal here, even after I'd left. Is this an outfit you know of from Arknights? Because this feels like something an Arknights outfit. Either that or it is just an ego. Because I'm curious, is it like a Seaborn thing? That looks like the higher up to the Church of the Deep uniform. Oh. It will be realized. Fabius may die here, but we will remain. Now, it is time. Devour me. What Fabius blurted out there threw us off once again, even before we regained our footing from the shock, realizing Mayor's true allegiance. Eat people? Oh, looks like they're about to give us a live demonstration of some gourmet art. I hear it's a pretty common thing in District 23 backstreets, but I'd rather not see it in person. Hey, I think I'm just gonna look away. That's okay, right? Yep. District 23! The streets of flavor, where cannibalism is all the rage. Here's Doctor! What? Doctor, weaker seaborns willingly let themselves be devoured by stronger ones, thereby sharing their experiences and nutrients with them. This is a commonly accepted practice among them. Wait, but Scotty scanned mares. Scotty couldn't detect said mares wasn't a seaborn. Was Mares able to fool Scotty? If so, that's interesting. It is but a behavior that priorities survive over all else. This isn't done in any sense of sacrifice. Have you seen the District 23 Yuri Jen wrote? No? Is it between, what's her name? The one of the 8 chefs that joined the Blue Reverberation? And one of the other ones? It's reason or something else intervened. Yeah, I was always suspicious of her because she knew what the Pillar of Light was before we mentioned it. She knew White Nights and Dark Days had a Pillar of Light going through it. So I suspected Carmen. The time is here. Devour me. Set sail towards your ideal. Sorry, Fabi. I've still got some canned food left for me on this ship, and I think I'll delay becoming a Seaborn for a little while. Oh, she's not a Seaborn! Wait, but then why did he say she should devour him? Why? I found a new destination. I'll gain a new power from there, and then become a Seaborn. So now is not yet the time. Wait. Does she want to go to the city, obtain like either ego and distortion, and then become a Seaborn so they have access to it? No! No, we do not want the Seaborn to have access to the light! If that is your will, oh Bishop. She's a bishop of the Church of the Deep. Don't worry. Your flesh will fatten the bloodkin of the sea. Mare waves her hand, and sea tears climb to the vessel from the ship and begin tearing Fabius to pieces. Despite the way it looked, Fabius looked exhilarated. Nary look of suffering or pain wrinkling his face as they ripped his flesh apart. Yep. That's what got spoiled for me when I went to look at the subreddit because Arch said I was free to without spoilers. I saw a post that talked about Mares being the final boss. I'm sad I wasn't able to go to that part blind. We turned away from the scene that could not be described as anything else other than cannibalism to look at Mares. Halcyon, is she? Don't need to ask questions when the answer lies plainly before you, Doctor. What was happening before the young Mares? It wasn't Fabius. Mares was the Bishop of the Deep. The horror just beneath a collapsal. A smart cultist of the Seaborn. Light of the city. Looks like we're right. That is what she's after. They've played us. Don't despair. We still have the upper. Don't despair. We still have the upper hand. We defeated Fabius and his cultists already, and even if they were to summon more sea terrors, we should be able to handle them without much trouble.
Hey, Ager, just what were you thinking the entire time as you deceived us?
I had a feeling that I knew what she was going to say to that. She was either going to say it was for our sake, that it wasn't a deception at all, or maybe she'll give us one final gloating. But her reply, the words of which were carefully selected after gazing out into the far ocean, was not what any of us could have expected. You missed the doctor's intro twice? Oof.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh. She's an idealist, Seaborn cultist, isn't she? She was talking all about, when we were back, how the Seaborn don't feel hope. They don't feel emotions and, like, have a hope for the future, like other people do. So that's why she wants the light. Because that's what the light does. It stimulates emotion, growth, character development. And the Seaborn can get that.
I thought this would be the better way to approach you. And I see now it can come across as nothing more than deception. Huh.
You're sorry? Why?
Dante wants to know what... Dante wants to know why you're sorry. Huh? Well, that's because I did something wrong.
What? Wait.
Hold on. You've been deceiving us all along, Mayors, and now you're gonna...
Oi. What exactly are you after? Why was the doctor just standing there silent? You're after the same thing that the geezer was, ain't that right? Doesn't the Bloodkins, that was all for our sake. Given all kinds of ridiculous excuses that turn us into one of those monsters.
I do hope that you would all one day accept becoming Seaborns. But I'm not about to demand that you let yourself transform today, right here and now. I understand that we all need some time to mentally prepare ourselves. May I understand your statement to be implying you will not be forcing this upon us, should we refuse? That's correct. It'd be against manners to do what Fabius did, shoving sea-tear cells inside your body out of nowhere.
Manners, huh? Well, I was taken aback by the fact that Mayers was a bishop of the deep. It was also true that Mayers had never tried to bring us harm, unlike Fabius, who attacked the sinners directly. While she did almost get us in big trouble with Irene while explaining things to us, it's also true that Mayers has been extremely helpful so far. Those... Oh! Okay. Thank you? Huh. I didn't expect this, but thanks. Bye? Huh? What? Someone just came into my room, handed me a Slurpee after they asked me earlier, and just left. Apparently they were asking to get me a Slurpee. Huh. Okay, then. It's also true that Mayers has been extremely helpful so far. It was her who led us to the lighthouse, and it was her who stayed in that crumbling lighthouse until repairs were done, as the terrifying night continued to assail the walls. What was your actual relationship to Fabius, anyways?
Just someone who also once strove to realize the visions of our ideal worlds. Our goals once converged, but not now. I was pretty taken aback, too, when they attacked you back at the village. Maybe he got greedy when he saw Faust and Otis repairing the ship.
He got greedy?
Fabius believes that welcoming capable people as Bloodkin would expedite Seaborn's evolution. Cool. She's like some cult leader, but you don't necessarily want him to antagonize us. You still haven't told us what you're after, though. I'm going to the city that lies beyond the dimensional door. So, you're trying to flee to a different world where the Inquisition won't be able to chase you? This isn't running away. I just want to help the people of the city, that's all. So, I'm bringing the Seaborns with me to the city. Don't tell me. You're going to invade the city alongside those monsters, then.
Then, the foghorn suddenly blared, and the ship shook as it began to move.
Huh? Vessel Moses has begun to move!
this? An automated sailing program?
The vessel Masas will now sail towards the dimensional door. I'll let Rhodes Island and Irene go right in front of the door, so don't worry. Did you seriously just tell us to not worry? Faust! Please calm yourself, Dante. It has not yet been determined if that is indeed the dimensional door connecting directly back to the city. No, it has to be. The warm, shining light and the voice from within is getting clearer and clearer.
Ooh. Some lore if you want to do crossover events. Carmen needs a direct connection between the city and the place she's affecting. She can't leave the city where she normally resides. That's the only place she can affect. But if a dimensional door is opened within the city and stays open, the area around that dimensional door can hear her and can be affected by the light. That's
Why don't we just let them go into the city? The battles thus far have done well enough to demonstrate the level of danger Seaborns pose. However, I doubt that they'll get very far before into the city. Don't you agree?
She can hear Carmen beyond the light. Yep. Well, yeah, the head could probably take care of them, take care of a decent chunk of them. Just considering the fact that the Seaborn don't seem to be able to adapt to Dante's resurrection and stuff like that. Can they not adapt to conceptual weapons that the city uses? Like concept incinerators, a fairy, lock and key? They can, it just takes a while? Ooh, that's dangerous.
And Hong Yuan, we've all seen what happens when sapient, sentient, non-human entities enter the city. The head will take action the moment they realize their presence.
Yep, they also don't understand the taboos.
Of course, we must prepare ourselves for repercussions in case they decide to hold Limbus Company responsible once the dust settles. It is also very likely that we will fully escape any culpability, as we saw in the memories of the Kong massacre.
Your thoughts, Faust?
Urban nightmare. However, considering your specific attributes, it will not take long for them to rise to become a star of the city. Level threat. There is a reasonable possibility that they may be issued the Impuritas Civilitas classification. Is that not an acceptable risk? If not the head, they should be manageable by a wing. This isn't that terrible of a calamity.
But Calcit shook her head resolutely.
No. Your technology seems to be based on something else, which is neither Originium arts nor any of its derivative technology. And that is precisely what can make your world vulnerable against Seaborns.
Is it because they learn fast?
Yes, those on the front lines of the war against the Seaborns stubbornly stick to using traditional low-tech weapons. Deploying high-technology weapons against them is only going to make you an enticing meal.
Can't we just let whatever unfortunate wing that ends up fought in these...
Do take into account that it may take a significant amount of time to earn their trust. Even if they were to be convinced, it would be other parties with alternative perspectives on the matter. Complicating issues.
N-Corp! Bastards.
The situation will rapidly go out of control if factory syndicate fixers get involved. Thus the head designates a taboo to prevent it. Even then, considering what she's been saying. Yes, we must consider the possibility that they may be capable of absorbing the head's technology as well, before they are expelled from the city. How do you plan on helping people of the city, Maris? By giving them a chance to become Seaborns. What are you on about? Become Seaborns?
Yeah. For some people in the city, becoming a Seaborn would be an objective improvement of their lives. She ain't all there either, eh? What can I help is that?
Maris, you know that's no different from what the Church of the Deep is doing here. No, it is different. Because someone showered the city with the light.
The light?
The beam of light with the White Nights and Dark Days incident. How do you know? Could it be? Becoming a Seaborn is to become a part of a great will called the We Many. By doing so, one can be reborn as an altruistic life form. but at the cost of ego, the sense of self. And that's always been my issue with it. Everyone has beliefs of their own, dreams of their own. It feels too empty to lose all of that when they inevitably lose their sense of selves as they become Seaborns. Look, I want each Seaborn to have their own wishes. But the light shining through the dimensional door to our world is too faint to push them toward that evolution. If only the light of the city could become more tangible, this might be able to give every Seaborn an identity of their own, to remain uniquely themselves. Then why is it that you advocate towards the city to join the Seaborns, when one could simply learn more of the light before returning here? At first, I thought all I needed to do was the clue to better evolution, but Don Quixote's tales of adventures changed my mind. My adventures? You don't understand just how precarious you all are. And how would you, when you're born into that kind of world from the very start? A place where life has become a commodity and gold one of its few religions. The city has abandoned its yesterdays to survive today, and by doing so, has given up on its tomorrows.
Yep. Wait, isn't that... No, let me check something. Tifereth. I'm opening up a website. Where's LobCorp? LobCorp story, day 50. Where is it? Day 50. Here it is. Yep. You gave on the path. You gave up on the path to stay in those yesterdays with them. That's a line from the city. That's a line from LobCorp Day 50.
Just as I needed the light, the city needs Seaborns. It needs their tenacious hold of life and their absolute unconditional selflessness. But at the end of the day, it still means that everyone has to turn into monsters. People ostracize the other. Something that isn't like me. Something that feels alien to me. Something I don't know or understand. So that fear is natural, because Seaborns are not human. But you just have to cross that threshold once. Miss Mares, do you believe that the nature of humanity to be evil? Humans are selfish, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Good things can come from selfishness, that's for sure. But the side effects have become simply unsustainable. Doctor, you've been to countless battlefields where Rhodes Island has fought tooth and nail for the rights of infected. What came of it? Peace?
No, it's the same. But still, we're all still getting better, little by little.
I'm not trying to deride those small, incremental steps and call them meaningless. Change takes time, and should it continue, I believe your efforts can be a beacon of light that will lead humanity to a brighter future. But what about everyone who is sacrificed while you're taking your time, taking those incremental steps? Every single day, that incremental change is marred by unjust deaths. Some are enslaved, another reason there are differences. People live on in the despair, that seems to have no end.
Yeah. Yeah, the Church of the Thieves issues that they don't accept no. Mares seemed that she did accept no as a bishop, but she's gotten an idea. And so she has an idea so that will no longer matter if you say no or yes.
I agree with what the light told me.
Oh no, Carmen, what did you say?
People are diseased. They're so sick that even in the far-flung future, even on the day the world ends, they continue to fail to look forward, obsessed with scrutinizing each other on the day of those differences. Even when every Aegir returns to sea, they're still going to bully and hate anyone with the pointed ears, leaving them Aegirs. Even when Oropathy is truly eradicated, people are still going to suspect and persecute someone as the infected. People are imperfect beings. You're right. There probably isn't anyone out there who can really sacrifice themselves for the sake of others with nothing but perfect selflessness.
Yeah. Carmen learned that firsthand. She tried to do that. But the cost of what she had done was too great.
But not when it comes to Seaborns. They don't suffer from all this absurdity, nor are they coerced to sacrifice against their will. They will have the power to progress towards a better future built from mutual understanding. Because they're the kind of life form that seeks common ground instead of scrutinizing for differences.
Why is there a bell ringing?
The bells!
A strange-shaped form shimmers and materializes before Maris. I couldn't quite tell what it was, but it was round, and it looked like a tool.
It is possible that she has already met the conditions to FLS.
Oh, fuck. Yep, I was right.
A possible explanation would be the absence of a particular pull required to draw it out of her, or the insufficient of it. This isn't anything like the arts. What is happening in front of Miss Bears?
Is our proximity to the dimensional door increasing the potency of the influences coming over from the city?
Precisely. The connection to Faust returning to normal levels seems to indicate that.
Oh, wait. Can people, in other words, mayors, also manifest ego?
Internal conflict and anguish is a commonality among every intelligent entity, regardless of whether they're from the city or not. Therefore, yes, Faust is quite positive on this possibility as well. However, what does that mean? The potential to effervesce an ego
also means the potential to fall into distortion.
Implies the potential to distort as well. You've been dreaming for a long time, Maris. Drawing your own picture of an idealized world. And you have chosen the ocean as the means to building a path towards that vision.
Yep, I figured out a bit ago. Remember? Talking about Carmen? And I got partially spoiled. This is the bigger part that I got spoiled on from the subreddit. Mayor's distorts.
Yet, why have you failed to take the leap of faith yourself? I had to make preparations. Seaborns are beautiful. There's no doubt about it. It's just that a key piece was missing to really achieve what I want. Oh? You're not being honest with yourself. I know it very well that you were afraid of becoming one of them. The fear that your own creed might crumble, that you might lose your own sense of self, your ego. The fear that you might end up becoming nothing more than just another thing swept up by the ineffably overwhelming will. Well, isn't it terrifying that this hope can just disappear in a blink? Who is she talking to?
Is this something Nimbus Company is experienced with? If so, I'd appreciate an explanation. Yeah, Heathcliff! Want to talk about the time you distorted? She's hearing that voice.
When that singular faith that one had absolute confidence in breaks in one fell swoop, and their ironclad will is shattered. People of the city have the potential to distort into a monstrous form at any time. It is said these phenomena are often accompanied by the distortion individual hearing a disembodied voice.
Indeed, those who distort often pay as they were being engaged in conversation. Of course, the same can be said of those who awaken ego. At first, thought it was Kathy, but it wasn't her. The voice was beautiful, comforting, and even cozy. Kind of voice that puts all deep contemplation to sleep. So calm, so warm. Oh? Hi, Merceau.
No.
There's more to the sunshine than its warmth. Huh? You've heard Carmen before, Merceau? Ooh.
The sunshine?
Merceau's heard Carmen before. That's interesting.
You don't share your interest with the other devotees. Survival isn't what you care about. What you really care about is giving everyone a chance to experience what it feels like to live in a world of warmth. Ephemeral it may be. Right. We have to be about more than just prolonging our existences. What really matters isn't survival, it's what we leave behind for posterity, our legacy. As long as there's a guarantee that the light can indeed protect the sense of self, it'll be more than enough to convince people to become Seaborns. Ah, please, you don't have to concern yourself with what other people might think. There's...
Yep, a distortion of a Seaborn. Distorted Seaborn, some kind of... Actually, what abnormality would she become? Current thought is Blue Star, but her entire thing is about being able to understand each other and get along. I don't exactly remember an abnormality about that too well.
But everyone has their own wishes. I can't just bulldoze over theirs to force mine upon them. Oh? But that's not what you really believe, is it? You know that better than anyone. While you hesitate, countless people who are bound to the inescapable bridle will continue to suffer.
A Seaborn of human origin retaining their will. A Seaborn god.
That might be true, but... It's okay. You don't have to hide the shape of your heart. Its colors. The only thing you have to concern yourself with is how you can lead the people of the city. And then Terra.
The only other example of it is it's a founder of Church of the Deep. Okay, we just can't just sit here and let this happen. Operators, to positions.
Operator's unable to approach. She's surrounded by a strange field, Doctor.
Yep. You can't interrupt a natural distortion. Reality won't let that happen. A distortion will happen as a distortion would. The only time you can interrupt it is when it's forced upon someone. Whenever someone would distort due to reasons other than the monolith, a strange pressure would prevent our approach, as though to stop us from interfering. Looks like that applies here too, all the way over in other worlds.
Love is our collective destination, after all. So please, let go of this tool that might break your heart. Don't force yourself to walk the path of thorns. Your pilgrimage needn't be that of suffering. No, I... You don't believe in any recourse, do you? Other than this, anyway. Don't you think we should find a better, faster path with less suffering? Before more people inevitably hurt each other with their ill intent? You're right.
And so it begins.
If there's no recourse, it has to happen faster. I can't waste any more time while people suffer. Follow your wishes. Follow your desires. And paint. Let's show them the painting of your world reflected in your eyes.
I feel like I've heard that line before. What abnormality is it? Damn, I can't remember.
Before the compassion they believe in becomes completely worthless.
Mares, the yearning float Sam. I understand the shape of your heart, what makes you want to enter the city. Yep. It is time to enter her fathoms. But we still know so little about the Seaborns, about Terra, about Iberia. Whatever may have lit the fire under your feet. I can't bring you with us to the city as you are now. Even before the sinners had the chance to translate my words, Mare slowly turned in my direction as though she clearly understood my words. Distortions have always understood Dante. The language of the heart speaks loudest.
But I must, Dante. Your adventures were full of exhilarating tales, and I saw kindness in every word and action of you and your friends, but that's not enough. You don't think they'll change? No, they will. In the far, far future.
An incandescent brilliance bursts forth before Maris. Past that light, I saw the ocean. Yep, her dungeon of the fathoms. The hull of a ship broken under the sea, made out of civilizations. The calm sound of gently lapping, crashing waves, the immense golden brilliance. Portal? Where did it come? Portal, where did it come from? A dungeon of the fathoms. A gate that leads into one's heart. This periphery, it is where the LCB department's specialty begins. What that lies beyond this periphery does not necessarily warrant Rhodes Island's presence. Can you guys help? I don't know what kind of fathoms I'm walking into, but I have a feeling that we're going to need your assistance. Dr. Calcit. We're only here to investigate the dimensional door, but I don't want us to turn our backs on people we can help. Rhodes Island, accept Nimbus Company's cooperation request. I'll go too. You're still in Iberia. I can't let Iberian business be handled solely by outsiders, let alone an incident connected to this Church of the Deep. Don't worry. It's not like this is the first time we're letting someone not in our group into a dungeon of the fathoms. They'll be fine. More sea terrors. In the circumstances, it seems very likely that the sea terrors that were swarming the lighthouse are coming this way as well. I'll call Scotty here. You'll be staying behind then. Amia will go with you, Doctor. Following Mares, who had already disappeared into the portal, we take our steps into the utopian world beyond. An undersea paradise where all can live in harmony. The pilgrimage of compassion. Yep. Let's go.
죽음 충동 억제, 관념 봉인.
Ooh. This is one of the undersea cities that the Aegir live in. Mayor's house. Okay. News of the war is getting grimmer by the day. The sea terrors are coming, swarming. This is the day when the ocean-born calamity broke and sunk Aegir's seemingly infinite starward growth. Fellow researcher, aren't you going to service, Mares? More and more people have become too anxious to stay in Aegir. I'm not. If Aegir falls, it only means that the surface is soon to follow. Why? Think you'll head to the surface too? I'm thinking about it. Well, there weren't that many people around me getting to leave for the surface. I considered some of them to be close acquaintances. They all tried to convince me to leave with them. But fleeing my home in favor of the land didn't feel right. The foretold calamity descended. It dealt a heavy blow to Aegir. The surface suffered much worse. I had to help them. How could I not, after hearing that such a terrible thing has happened? I think I'll head to the surface. Seriously, the surface? Think hard about it before you go. If you leave now, coming back might no longer be an option. Every day must be a struggle for them. At least they don't have to fear for the immediate tomorrow. So it's my responsibility to provide help as someone who's better off than them, even by a little. Yeah. I know, but if we don't go to there to help, things will only get much more dangerous for the land dwellers. Maybe that danger is the very thing that'll hurt you. I still think I have to help them. I procured myself an Igerian research vessel at a cheap price to bring me to the land. Unable to even submerge itself while moving, this wasn't exactly the best ship out there. Normally wouldn't have even given it a second look. But I thought it would at least help me navigate the coastal sea. I didn't expect this. The very first thing I witnessed on the surface was the bottomless hostility against the Aegir. Wow, okay, yeah, that must have left an impression. They denied my and Aegir's offer for help for the sole reason that it came from the sea. They denied my compassion, my research. Get lost! They don't need your stupid research. You're from the same place as that calamity, aren't you? You really think we're so stupid that we trust you?
They confiscated my catalyst and tore my research apart. My wish to stand with them against the calamity was devoured by the hatred born of the same calamity. Any kindness, any compassion I gave them was repaid twofold in hatred and suspicion. Did the terrible conditions of this land transform them into monsters? Or is this always their nature? It wasn't long before the research vessel I brought from Ager was confiscated out of the suspicion. A few weeks later, when I finally came across the vessel by the beach, there was an uncanny name inscribed across its side. Rebellion de las Masas. But none of that was enough to stop me from continuing my research for the sake of the land dwellers. I went through so many trials and errors to somehow impede the Sea Terror's rapid evolution, to revive the Iberian soil contaminated by the Nether Sea brand. My work bore barely any fruit, and I let the days float by as I watched the Inquisition arrest the Ager one by one. And when my Sea Terror samples and research notes came into view, they all looked completely different from one another. Someone with fundamentally different physiologies. Even still, nothing stopped them from being us instead of I. And for the first time, I became doubtful of my efforts to interrupt their evolution. Our tales were not entirely fabrications. Maris is Bishop of the Church of the Deep, so that automatically makes her a sinner in the eyes of the Inquisition, regardless of her reasons. The more I studied them, the more I found them to be such compassionate, altruistic creatures. All they cared about was their survival, without even a hint of selfishness. They're not some evil monsters from the sea. Mayors, I concede that the Seaborns may not be evil. But it doesn't matter what they are, whether they are kindly life forms or whether they are simply a different form of civilization. It doesn't matter. Because Iberia and her Inquisition does not define Seaborns as evil. Seaborns are our enemy. Threats to human existence. I have but one thing to say as an Inquisitor. You, all of you, are my enemy. But it would be a good thing for the Inquisition if I were to leave for the city, wouldn't it? Why would you say that? It's a good thing for us to toss our problem into another world. That'll be like abandoning our pride. Unless they, the people of the city, give you permission. As an Inquisitor, I can't let you do that. Yeah, and don't get your hopes up about that either. You can wrap it in a box that says compassion for all you want, but Mares, your course isn't exactly the direction I'd like to sail in. As the rest of the sinners prepare for battle in silent agreement with Ishmael's stand, Mares mutters with genuine disappointment. I didn't want to have to do this. Waves. I had no better word to describe the horde of sea terrors crashing into us. But this is the only way it could have ended. Your words are composed entirely of your own color, and no one else's. You instantly saw through the underlying problem with distortions in one single conversation. Okay, that's impressive. Yep, that is the underlying problem with all distortions. They can only see, understand, and propagate their own ideology. They cannot understand. They cannot work alongside others. They can only overwrite others. Manager Dante, right? To speak. We will hold the line and defend this place against the sea terrors rushing in from the rear. So, in the meantime, you take them mares and deal with the remaining sea terrors. Absolutely. The manager has responded affirmatively. Operators, we'll be drawing the sea terrors to us. We don't need to take them all down. We just need to act as a wall between the wave and the people of Limbus Company. Irene, I would like to ask for your help as well. As for Amia, please assist Limbus Company, just in case. Okay, then let the mission begin. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 nodes before the boss, and that is an interesting label. I've never seen that entry for a boss fight. Mayor's Fathoms. Lobotomy ego. Peisho. Lobotomy, lobotomy. Actually, no, Peisho first. Peisho, lobotomy. 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 Zway. Fourth pack. Thumb. Lament. Peckwad. Blade. Edgar. Zway.
목표 위치로 돌격 중.
That is the Arknight's boss symbol. Neat. Win rates! These are only chaff Seaborn, so don't you have to care about what happens.
명령에 따르겠습니다.
I can completely ignore the mechanics for now. Because there aren't any Nether Sea brands or the flower. They aren't here right now. Thank you, Faust. Another one dead. We are wiping the floor with them. Yeah. And they still have the funny thing where in chain battles, unlike literally everything else, they don't gain more action slots. So fighting the Seaborn in the chain battles is actively the best way to fight them. Which is funny to me. There we go. Kill the dog. Perfect. One thing I'm a bit sad at is that the final boss encounter that I'm gonna have to grind for the event currency is a that it's a full dungeon instead of a single stage. Because it was really nice being able to farm the Z-Tune Family Hierarch training event just really goddamn quickly because of how it worked. And it was nice. I actually didn't mind doing the grinding because it wasn't way too long for a single session.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, up or down? Which one will it be? If you want to spoil shit for Arknights, feel free. I am probably never going to play that game. Says that you are down here. Mayor's Fathoms. We come across a cavern full of sunken ship remnants and golden feathers that have washed up inside. These are all kinds of unfamiliar sculptures and twinkling golden coins. There's a whole pile of treasures here. Hey, the records here say this used to be a ship that sailed all across Terra. Must be a ship built for conquest, built during the Golden Age of Iberia. Look, it says here that this is a golden chalice made in Sargon. Combined an armada of tall, proud sails, unparalleled technological innovation, and a certain king's greed. And you get this? It's the kind of glory we can merely hope to retrieve now. These items would be extremely valuable outside, but none of them seem very helpful in the situation at hand. We continue to look, just in case. Let's keep looking. Gluttony, Gloom, and Advantage. Who will step forth? Now Faust. Yes. Senator Faust picked out a golden compass from inside a weathered bag. The inscription on the compass indicates that is an artifact created during the era of grand expeditions. How is this artifact still so intact? This way is only a bridge made of items pulled from the group's unconscious that are most appropriate for the Fathoms. It may truly exist, but it may not be reality. Irene stares at the compass for a moment, tempted, before turning around, having accepted the fact it probably isn't a real artifact. Gold forged compass obtained.
때로는 검이 문제를 해결해주기도 합니다.
When using a plus coin skill, heal 5 SP. When using minus coin skill, use... Oh, that is very nice. That is very nice. Okay. That is a really good ego gift.
목표 위치로 돌격 중.
The Doctor is one of the original creators who eventually rebelled after a shit ton of thing happened. How many are gonna come? 18. Doesn't matter if Battlefield Brand is gonna activate. I can rate this either way. Come on, Gold Forge Compass will expedite my SP production. This is gonna go really well. Directed command reminds me of the Doctor's very own. Actually, while this is going on, I'm gonna pull up all of Amiya Announcer Limbus. Give me this. Amiya Announcer Limbus lines. Where is... Woo! Amiya has unique lines for each sinner? That's interesting. 1, 2. Let me try to get these first. Amiya, here you are. Voice lines. Okay, let's look through this. See if there's anything interesting ones. Let's see. Your skills are just like those of elite operators. Even... Yep. Taking devastating damage. A sinner suffered fatal damage, and you take immediate measures. Starting turn after taking devastating damage. Even that was part of the plan? Oh, so this is how Limbus Company operates. Yep. And let's have a look. A sinner is down! What do we do? A sinner failed to retreat. Oh, right. Don't think this is back right. Lights, right? Oh, phew. Let's look. Ooh, there. Amiya has special voice lines for every... Nope. Go to live chat, not top chat. Why'd you auto go back? There we go. It censored some of your lines. Urgenium is naturally diseased. Similar to Seaborns, must act as a non-biological archive in digital reality for all biological organisms to escape a cataclysm. Doctor's one of the original creators who rebelled after a shit ton of things happened. The problem with Originium is that the Seaborn has the same issue, is that it forcibly converts and destroys without concern or consideration of each other. So his ex-wife acting as a little like Carmen, except he kills fucking cat. Oh no, the kid. In one of the recent editions of Bitch. Everyone should find a distaste and reason for being a bitch, but there's a lot of gray areas. Yeah. Unique lines for each of the sinners from Amiya. He's saying, you still hunger for the past that is longer within your reach, but I can see you're also fluttering your wings to move forward. Ah, I can feel your thoughts, he's saying. This is, huh? An intense love for mint-flavored coffee? Okay. How's your... so many thoughts. Feeling dizzy. Oh my god, when Amiya tries to read Faust's mind, like, makes her dizzy because there's so many there. So much in there. Your indefensible will, Don Quixote, reminds of a certain operator back at Rhode Island. Toast, who's she referring to? Don Quixote reminds her of them because of her willpower. Well, not willpower, just will. Probably Blaze or Neural. Whoa! You abbreviate your thoughts into acronyms too, Ryoshu? I don't get it. But only parse them one day, right? Wait, 2? Who else does she know that does that? Ryoshu's the only person we've met that's ever done that. Who does she know that's done it before? Kos and Ori, resident archetype experts. Analysis. damn it! Now I have an idea for a meme, but I don't have a. It would work so much better if I had an icon that I could use. Coast analysis. And then,
Marcel, your hards are so hard to explain. So your only wish is to accept?
that's an interesting one.
Hung Lu, your heart is like a great river. It's so kind, even though it rushes onward. It flows, but doesn't flood.
Special Heathcliff.
Heathcliff, I know you're frustrated, but please don't roll up your sleeves and punch your coworkers. I can feel your heart swells with love, but for whom? I don't know.
Oh. Even Amia can't see Catherine. Amia can't see Catherine in Heathcliff's thoughts. She just knows he loves someone. That's an interesting thing.
You always try to meticulously planning out various situations, Ishmael. Your adventurous spirit of a sailor shines through from time to time, Ishmael. It makes my heart rush too.
Okay.
Roja, I try to save the inner thought until after the mission. Roja, your heart is like cold ice from time to time.
Yep. When Roja is honest, it isn't putting on an act.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, Roja is not okay. She's mainly just put on an act to make the sinners not worry. Because she didn't really resolve anything with the Kanto, because she still thinks she deserves to be punished for what she did. She's still out in the cold. She has not come to a priest to confess their sins. Go. And then Sinclair!
Sinclair, the sadness you're carrying, I believe it'll become a strength that'll push you farther forward.
Ooh, Otis.
Otis, you care for the manager like I care for the doctor.
Now, is that an ominous thing? Because Otis is very evil Vizier coded? Or is it a confession that Otis does care for Dante despite her evil Vizierness? I don't know Amy enough to tell. Both is good. And then this one is interesting. It's still for Otis.
Otis, what? What are these emotions? These memories?
Looks like she saw Otis's memories of the Smoke War, and it somewhat overwhelmed her.
It might look like you're doing things in half measure, Gregor, but you're more serious than anyone when you really get to it. Gregor, you've been carrying so much sadness, so many painful memories. You've lived a hard life.
No input for an extended period of time.
I wonder what the doctor would have done in this situation. Your orders, manager.
And that is all of Amiya's lines. Amiya is the Demon King. Ah, Dawn. God, that eagle gift they gave me is still absurd. 2 protection and 1 power for just being at max SP? That is insane. That's so damn good. Like, if it wasn't for the fact this event is time limited, it would probably be put on the stage 3 floor in Mirror Dungeons people take. Damn it, Otis! Because that is just really good. Yep, it's fully time limited. Even the Mirror Dungeon pack is time limited. All the art and stuff has already been saved to Limbus Company wikis and stuff like that. But it's not the... Hongler, take this one, and then you take this one. There we go. This is the first time there's ever been an actual time limit event. Like, truly time limit. in the entirety of Olympus, and it's been running for like, I don't even know, like 3 years, maybe more. I'm impressed at taking them this long to run something that's actually fully time limited and not just partially. 1, 2, 3. Adherence to propriety. Nimbus has been really good about not limiting anything. Like I can just, it's completely possible until just now to not roll for any identities, to not use the gacha at all, and get every single identity and ego in the game. It's very kind. Damn it, Dawn. Oh, Dawn staggered. As well as Otis is staggered. That's not great. Heal. 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 Give me more sin resources. Also 26 mag. Oh, there's no IDs. It's only ego. It's only ego for this event. Now, granted, Gregor's ego is the only good wall ego he has. The only other one is Garden of Thorns, which is Garden of Thorns. Not great. But the rest of them are. Honglu is just a damage ego. It's very good for damage. Spam it over and over and over again. Make him a Durga again and again and again. He does more and more damage. And then Faust is a sub for Fluid Sac. So it's automatically probably not going to be used most of the time because Fluid Sac is just absurd. Yeah, if I had to get one right now, I think I'd want Hongler. I want Honglu's because I don't really field Gregor that often. I don't really have many IDs that are good that I like with him. And Faust's already, I have Fluid Sac for her. I don't need anything else. Do heal. Come on, we're almost there. You know what? Oh, sec. I think I've talked myself into getting the Amiya announcer pack because I just love all the Product Moon games and everything. The heart button does do multiple hearts. If you're doing hearts, I cannot see them in chat. Are they emote or? Oh, another C brand. Who's unopposed? You are. Why are there 3 Nether Sea Founders? 4. There are 4 Nether Sea Founders here. That's a bit absurd. You would say. Go. Oh, I can see that now. That's what you're doing. I see it. It is visible to me. The hearts at the side of the screen going off. I don't think it does anything on the Does it do anything on OBS? I don't see anything on OBS. It'd be interesting if it did. There we go. Heart on the OBS. This is a long encounter. Activate that. Get rid of the encroaching Nether Sea brand. There we go. It just sounds hard, but it sends multiple after you press it. Huh. Neat. Come on, game. Here, and this is the other reason I would prefer if they just had it the last thing where you farm and just be a regular stage. So that way it's just not a bunch of chaff encounters before getting to the actual end and a bit of the story. Oh, Sinner died. Who died? It was Otis! Otis has bit the bucket. Pity Otis. Yeah. Also, one thing I think I've slightly noticed is, in terms of just how ego and distortion work, the inner workings of them, it mainly comes from a post I saw on Reddit going over it, and how Mare's distortion talks about it.
Mission accomplished.
And it's basically just how ego happens when your outward desire and your inward desire are both the same. Like Ahab. She was fully honest with herself about her desires and what she wanted to do. So she went straight to ego. No even chatting. Ooh, hello. You look like Abyss Watchers. I've seen people play DS, Dark Souls, and I remember you. Through the ocean wind blowing between the white buildings, someone stands with a lamplight and looks around, the bloom illuminating the piles of sea monster corpses. Given the clear similarities between his and Irene's outfit, he must be an Inquisitor too. What are civilians doing out here on the front lines? We're here to help the Inquisitors. I appreciate the sentiment, but the role of a civilian is to survive and contribute to Iberia's revival. You didn't sacrifice yourselves on the front line to hold the line against the very sea, for that is the Inquisitor's role. With that, the Inquisitor quickly saw us away from here. Nothing happened. I pressed the wrong button then. Pity. At the center of what appears to be an arc symbolizing the city, at the center of that brilliant golden light, must be Maris. Let's take a quick break here. Are you right, Doctor? I just need to take a quick breather. You should probably work on your cardio. Or Miss Ami might have to piggyback you around. Yeah, well, yeah. Once we get back, I'll start working out like how it's suggested. Executive Manager, if I come to it, you can trust me with the piggybacking. I'm good. Perhaps being close proximity to Mayor's vision of utopia in the center of light did something. Seaborns don't near us, only give you a passing glance without attacking us. Something about the way they looked at us felt like they're concerned about us. Certainly couldn't help but look away at the funny feeling I feel. Sorrow, regret, maybe those feelings are the denials for all those times she's been agonizing over this. Can we really bring back Miss Mares? Bring work return. I actually pressed it twice, damn it. Alright, let's us up for a bit before moving on. Take a minute to collect yourselves and move on. Take enough rest, continue on towards refracted light. Revive all dead sinners, heal any surviving sinners max HP. It's time for the encounter with Mares. Orin, are you back in time for it? Because it's time for actual story stuff. You did not miss anything important. Sit time. Let's see how this boss fight goes. Well, first need to put magical Otis back in. Oh no, you sang... Yes, you'll say.
가자, 죽이라.
Oh. It happened. Oh. Here she is. Mayor's despair. The repulsiveness of people's ill intent. You back? I can see ya. In the faint hope from the light found within. All kinds of emotions and memories rise to the sink of Amia's fathoms? Do you mean Mare's fathoms? Or... okay. Those same thoughts seep into we as well, unfiltered.
The sins that people committed won't just go away. Humanity's ill intent will propagate unimpeded too. But the tides Mist Mares is trying to summon to douse it will devour humanity, their civilization, and the city they came from. So, I don't think that's the right way to go. Not as long as Dante and the people of the Mist Company refuse.
This isn't like the time I retrieved the ego. In the place of light, a speck of darkness casts a shadow. Reach into the darkness. A strange power courses through me. A strange power courses through me before radiating towards the sinners. All sinners gain emotional connection for the duration of this encounter. Emotional connection. Yep. Dante is still weirdly connected to Amiya, which is interesting that he's resonating so hard with her. Emotional connection. On hit against enemies, 50% minus number of points, damage, chance to gain 1 ego resource corresponding to used skill's affinity. The enemy dies after an ally's skill attack ends. Gain 2 least thorn resources. An encounter, gain 1 ego resource for each enemy consumed when using the following skills. The unique encounter ones that I have none of, so this is worthless to me. The impotent ego's byway. This skill does not deal damage against targets. Gain 100 abyssal vitality. Every time it's consumed, heal SP on self by amount consumed. Ammo could qualify as a sinner? Doesn't say in turn. Just want to get some damage in. Not use anything up though. Oh, yep, if y'all think so, sure. Yep, want some sneaking inflicted. I'm very glad Ooh, actually, she has still his SP. A tide of darkness strikes, and she gains the abyssal departed. Abyssal vitality. This attack, indiscriminate. Prioritizes allies. Among them, prioritizes least HP. Target allies deal 0 damage. Class power +1 for every 3 hit on target. Target allies heal 20% of the max HP. Target ally gives defense level up and abyssal vitality. Echoes of ascending. Prioritizes most current HP. Target ally deals 0 damage. Target ally has offense level up. Class spell counter. Cyclical ecosystem. Turn end. Consume abyssal vitality for every surviving ally. However, apply number of turns target survives damage up next turn to all allies. Unbreakable coins. And now let's check out the sanity type. Heart of Compassion. Fixed panic recovery. Take less damage from everything. Turn start, gain 10 protection. Turn end, consume abyssal vitality, summon Sea Terror Horde. If there are fewer than 3 Shisha runners or deep sea sliders on the battlefield, randomly summon each of those units, or some of them are equal to consume more. Never Sea Founder isn't on the battlefield, consume 8. Never Sea Spewer isn't, consume 12. Evasive Sea Reaper isn't, consume 20. Every time a Sea Terror this unit summons is killed, takes fixed HP damage equal to unit's max HP. Oof. Oof. The Ori lag is terrible. At less than 50% HP, and combat phase and get a new pattern. Disable the phototaxic procession. So that's this one. Gain Abyssal Vitality, gain this passive or represents Kagger, gain shield equal number of HP lost, and gain shield activates as some Dividal Compassion. Does not use shield at turn end. When shield breaks, being hit, becomes staggered, gain 5 fragile until the next turn. Becomes staggered due to his great stagger threshold, gain 5 fragile until the next turn. Fragile gain due to his buff's effects do not stack. Shield HP can stack, however, this shield is active. Shield HP cannot be more than 50% of the shield unit's max HP. This casts a shield management effect. Replacement gain a different shield management effect. 5 nervous attack, gain fragile, gain new pattern. Nether Sea Brand Utopia. 3 final power and coin power +3. Okay. When hitting the Basin Sea Reaper, use are these unbreakables? They aren't. Okay, we need to get rid of those then. Kill. Kill. Fine. Both of you are intercepted. Leave this alone. For now. I'm gonna get rid of all of you. Actually, it wants us to spam ego, doesn't it? I can do that. Oh. I don't want you to Frode. Okay. Sinclair! You do it. Tears of the Tarnished Blood. Persistent Devouring. 1, 2, 3, 4.
나아가주게. 편히 쉬시게.
Actually, a question for y'all. This boss fight incentivizes using ego constantly, and especially event ego. I have decided that I'm going to buy the Amio Announcer Pack because I very much like Limbus. It's like, this is my favorite game series just at this point. Period. Yeah, Sinclair is now Durg. Reap nutrients. Oh, damn it, didn't know that one was active. Now it's time for reverse beats. 121. So, should I leave this encounter and come back once I've bought those? Or should I do that afterwards? What the fuck? With Deep Blue Charity. Attack weight, fuck you, it's going to hit you. Base power +1 for every nervous impairment on the main target. Targeting allies deal 0 damage. Special skills regardless of speed. Flash lose a lot of shit. After attacking 100 bits, at that turn end, generate neither C per and. Critical coin. Critical coin and how much nether sea brand do you have? You have 3. Ghost, do you have an opinion or no? We're winning that, so beat you in the face, 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 beat you in the face. Come on. Fluid sac beats it.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
With Duke Blue Clarity. 2, 3. Lori thinks it'd be fun to have Kos in the corner, just talking about the fight. Yes, it would. Kos would be very nice in the corner. Put the Kos in the corner. Energy Strike beats Pump Train of Life. Actually, I'd have to restart the entire dungeon in order to put those in, wouldn't I? If I remember correctly, yeah, there's no way to... Yeah, never mind. I'd have to restart the entire dungeon in order to use those egos. Kos Announcer Pack! Oh no, you're right. That would also be good. We'll wait for it to expand one more tier. So, Faust... No, we don't want you to go first. Sinclair. Here's the Tarnished Blood. Echoes of Respite. Oop. Name of Love and Hatred. That should kill all of them, hopefully. There we go. And then we can probably... yeah, we can toss a Land of Illusion as well. So, we are faster than all of them, and all of their attack... Oh, actually, I can probably put one attack weight on this, so it stops being targeted. Stop targeting that, so I can put that there. Grab this. Grab this. Dominating. Can I take this? Still only favored. Same amount, whatever. Okay, there we go. That's not my fucking targeted. You raise it to 360 in an attempt to be able to see the coast's cuteness. Yeah. Coast's cuteness is good. Make sure this one dies. Go. Ego time! Blink step. Kill. Now kill another. Perfection. Get the last one down. Good. Now time for egos. Sinclair? God damn it, Sinclair. The fuck? Time for Magical Girl! Do. Lead me, thou art messenger of justice. In the name of the spirit and destiny, make this oath to the light. Mark them in his hateful steeds who stand before me. Their singular minds, you endeavor the power to love to all. Arcana slave! Ooh. Boop. 276 damage. You are still not staggered. And now Sinclair is. Great. Land of Illusion. Get your SP passive up. It should be familiar. It should be familiar. It is from something very well known. Yep, a riff on the OG Dragon Magic Girl. You know her name. Okay. This up. That should take that out. Okay. Should be good. Fluid sac. Heal everyone. Yep, it's a riff on Dragon Slave. Doop. With love, beats the puncturing of life. And now stagger it, please. One. Stagger. Good. Get unbreakable coins. I don't want to deal with those. Perfection. There we go. I finished the Slurpee. I'm gonna put it away. It was very rupee. Also, this music is very good. Go. Was this not triggered? Oh, it has to be the main target. Forgot about that. So Sinclair, kill it. Thank you. Then Arcana Slave. If you will. That should kill most of them. No, it doesn't kill at all. Then Fluid Sac, because it's far down in rotation. Beat this one. 1, 2, 3. You should die, so I don't think I need to target you. And once you open up priority. Can you not do that? You take this. Oh, you can't. Back. You take this one, and then you take it. You can. And how large into your stagger? Oh, you're not going to stagger. Okay. So just what does it cost? Cast. Perfect. Because the more Seaborn we kill, the lower our health goes. Now, in the name of love and hate, here comes another magical girl. There's so damn many. It's absurd. Just when you think you kill one magical girl, another one comes and they mess up your whole operation. It's getting to the point you have a whole pitch for all these magical girls. They just keep coming. It
feels less like they're making the magical girls to help, and more like they're just feeding them to the evil emperor. What is past frenzy? Thank you, Roja. I couldn't undo a thing. Boop. Did a bit of damage. Now advanced variety. Nether Sea brand has been removed. Or at least reset. Another one down. Fluid sac. This battle concluded with victory. Give us RSP back. Nice. I do not see how that's etchy to say. I disagree. She's pretty low health at this point, huh? And fluid sac. My answer to all problems? It cannot. And Tears of the Tarnished Blood? It cannot in this slide.